Okay, hey everybody, this is Jill Ave again. Today I have my client Kara here with me. Kara owns an amazing retreat and women's coaching business called Reshape Midlife, and I'll hand it over to her right now to just have her tell you a bit about her company.
Oh, good to see you today, Jill. Thanks for having me. And my name is Kara Zabrowski. I do own Reshape Midlife. It is a business focused on wellness coaching and wellness retreats for women in the midlife years and beyond. As I came into that period of life myself, I realized how much change, transition, and things happen that you just earlier in your life, you think that's going to be the easier time of life, and you learn that there's a lot more to it than you really realized. And so I just love to be able to offer women support in the various aspects of what they go through during this time.
Yeah, and it was so great working with you because you're so good at what you do too. So it felt like really doing justice to the wealth of work that you've put out there for your audience over time. I'm curious if you can tell everyone listening what your biggest challenge was before doing this web project with Ave.
Yeah, so the reason that I wanted to redo my site was because I used to have a fitness studio. I did yoga classes, fitness, personal training, in addition to the coaching business. And actually, I had the fitness business for a long time. So when I built that original site, it was much more focused to the fitness aspect. And in the evolution of my business, as I moved into coaching, I added all of that stuff in to the site. And then it was about 3 years ago where I added the retreats. And eventually I made the decision about 2 years ago now to shut the fitness portion of my business down and completely focus on the coaching and the wellness retreats. And what I really came to realize is that my site was just not representative of what my business was now. And I also knew that I kind of always had struggled with kind of giving too much information, writing too much. And as I got to know Jill within a group that we were both a part of, a business group we were a part of, hearing her talk and stuff like that, I really wanted to drill down when people came to my site so that they were very clear on what I was offering without giving them too much information, confusing them, or just losing them because there was too much information there. So it was a lot about switching the focus to the coaching and the retreat business, but also just really, again, drilling down and letting so that they wouldn't get lost in all the content and just leave. So the changes are just amazing.
That's awesome. And I know that as you did restructure your business, you had 3 main categories that you were drawing people in through, 3 main offerings. So what you and I talked about doing so that you could kind of get the most bang for your buck is moving forward with our modular marketing system that we've been using for a lot of clients, where you have your really robust homepage that talks about your business as a whole, but then you have specific landing pages that can be used in your marketing for your different offerings. Can you talk about how those landing pages have helped you manage your site and your business differently with those 3 main focuses that you have now?
Yeah. So the changes that were made, one of the things that I love about the site is when you first come on it, there's just this whole at the top header video that plays that really concentrates on the retreat side of things and just these beautiful pictures and experiences. And I just love it. Honestly, every time I go to the site to do something on it, I'm just like, oh, I just love it. I want to go on my retreats.
Everybody sees the experience now, like right when they get on, they're like, oh yeah,
like,
that's
right
what I
away.
want. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I really, really love that. But so the homepage is the way that Jill divided things out in the different, boxes of content and highlighted just like this, like she did a whole section where, the foundations of my business and what I coach, the philosophy that I coach under. She just did a beautiful job of highlighting that in one of the boxes that she created. So the homepage looks great, but yeah, so now we have retreat pages for each of the retreats that I offer. And We have the Wellness Circle page, because I do weekly wellness circles, and then I do one-to-one coaching with online courses. And so it's great because whenever I'm putting content out on, you know, the various Facebook retreat sites I'm on, or my social media, or in my newsletters, you know, I just give the landing page for whatever it is that I'm trying to promote. And I feel so good about doing that. I think I told Jill before, you know, starting to work with her, I almost really, truly feel embarrassed to, and it's not that my site was bad. It wasn't bad, but it just could have been so much better. And so,
and that's so many people, Kara, too. So many people feel like, you know, I put this site up when I first started my business and my budget wasn't there and I just needed something up there. And then my business evolved and it's not representative anymore. They don't match. So now you finally got something to match your service.
Totally. And, you know, I think that when you and I talked before too, you know, when we talked about working together, like, I just truly I've done business coaching over the years. I've had 3 different business coaches in the last 5 years, and, you know, done a lot of work around not just money mindset, but just being willing to take chances more, and understanding your value and understanding your worth as a business and what you provide. And I was just like, it is time. It is time for me to invest in my company, in myself, in me, and have something that truly reflects what I offer. And, you know, it's just great to because I really feel like when people show up on my site, they have a pretty darn good understanding of who I am.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say so too, right away. And not only do they have a good understanding of who you are, they want to be on one of those recites,
Yeah.
on one of those retreats, like immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Kara. And can you tell us what kind of feedback you've been getting from your audience or from any clients or just really anyone in your network?
Yeah. So after the site went live, I immediately wrote a newsletter to my whole world of people. And I'm like, I'm so excited to share my new site with you. And I got a lot of feedback, and everybody just wrote back, wow, this is beautiful. This is amazing. And, you know, if they haven't been on a retreat, they're like, I can't wait to come on a retreat. So it was just nice to get that excited feedback and, you know, support from people that are in the community looking at it. But also I feel like with the way that Jill and her team laid out the retreats in particular, I'm going to say right now, it's just very clear when you go through the page, like what you're supposed, you know, what are the next steps in the registration process and all of that. It all just flows very smoothly for the client experience. And, you know, so that's always good. We want to make it easy on our customers, right? So I feel like we've got a good flow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Simplicity sells. So I'm really glad to hear that that part's working for you. And I'm curious if you will just share what you would tell other small business owners if they're looking for to possibly move forward with Ave services.
Well, I would say that honestly, Jill is so incredibly professional. And, you know, any, you know, glitches that we kind of experienced along the way, she was just right on it, figuring out a solution, and just made the whole, I mean, it's a lot of work to change your site, a lot of work for her, a lot of work, you know, on my end to prepare her for what we wanted the site to look like. So, but she took everything that I gave her. And I mean, from really the first presentation when Jill, you know, showed me the initial, you know, concept idea and all of that, I'm like, yes, yes, and yes, you've totally hit the nail on the head. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And so, you know, if you're questioning, should you spend the money? I absolutely highly recommend it. I highly recommend working with Jill and her team. It was a great experience, and I will continue to work with Jill on some of the other things that she offers to help keep my site producing in the way that we want.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to keep your site optimized over time and just keep improving it so that you get better returns. And it was such a pleasure working with you as well, Kara. Thanks so much for your time and for sharing with everyone.
You're welcome.